Hello guys, this is Becca, and I decided I wanted to do Tea Tuesday today. I don't participate in it very often. I usually don't feel like I have something that I could put on for Tea Tuesday, but I decided to participate today. Tea Tuesday is hosted by Patty at Life with Patty and Kathy over at Kathy's Favorite Things. And it is an open collab, which means you can just jump in and out whenever you want to. You don't have to participate every time. And they started out where you just drank tea, but then they changed it where you could drink the beverage of your choice. And so I'm drinking lemon water. I did have some peach tea earlier, and I thought I had some left in my cup. And I went to take a sip, and I had already drank it all. So instead of getting another peach tea, I decided I would get some lemon water. So that's what I am drinking today for Tea Tuesday. And what I wanted to do today is something I haven't attempted to do in a long time. I thought I would use today to tell you what I have in mind that I want to do. First off, sorry about the angle of my camera and everything. I am sitting in my living room. I told you about setting up a table. I think I told you on my channel that I set up a table in my living room where I could see out the living room window when I'm diamond painting. So that's where I'm sitting. And that's why there's an odd angle. Excuse me. Guys, y'all know how I do whenever I start on camera. Of course, today I'm feeling pretty exhausted. I don't feel good. Excuse my hair. All I've done is brushed it out. I hadn't tried to pin it up or nothing. It's just hanging down my back, and I keep trying to get it out of my face and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, y'all know I like to diamond paint and I like to color. Let's say I love to diamond paint and I like to color. I love diamond painting. That's my first love, is diamond painting. And I love coloring too. But I guess diamond painting's first. You know how you like one thing just a tad better than the other. And that is all the crafting I do. I used to scrapbook and glue book and make cards and alter things. I used to do all kind of paper type crafting and stuff like that. Well, I got out of that because of anxiety. And some people say that I was using it for that also. Some people say, well, they scrapbooked to help their anxiety or their whatever. And that's true. I did too. But my anxiety got so bad that if I got interrupted in what I was doing and had to come back, I would have planned out in my mind what I was going to lay out on a scrapbook page and how I was going to do it and get all my materials out and ready to go. I didn't write it down. I just had it in my mind what I was going to do. And I got out what I needed, and I'd get started scrapbooking. Well, if I got interrupted and had to leave that, then when I come back to it, I had no clue. I seen the stuff there, but I couldn't remember exactly how I wanted it laid out and what I was going to do. And so I would have to rethink it over again. And by the time I got one page completed, my anxiety would be so bad because it would just it would flare my anxiety. Because I couldn't stay with it and get it done and finish it. It was constantly, because at that point in time I was having a lot of interruptions. So it just got to where I couldn't handle it anymore, and I got out of it. Don't have any desire right now to go back into it. Matter of fact, I've sold most of my, or all, I've sold pretty much everything. I've got a few little things that I did keep if I wanted to do a glue book page or something. I got a few little stamps, rubber stamps to stamp things. I got a few little stickers, nothing really to even call scrapbooking stuff. Um, I just, I wanted, I just can't, I don't know, my mind can't handle it. So I went from that to diamond painting and coloring, and to me that's relaxing. It's not something I have to think out and worry about if I get interrupted and come back to it, that I have to rethink it again. It's diamond painting. If you don't know what that is, it's sort of like color by number, except for that it's on an actual canvas, and it has symbols just like color by number, but instead of using colors or paint or markers or color pencils or whatever to color it in, you have little colored beads that is marked that that's the color that goes onto that symbol, and you put the beads just like if you was you put the beads on that symbol, and when you get through it makes a picture, which it has a printed picture on the canvas itself, but it's real distorted because it has the symbols over it and the lines for where you place the symbols, where you can kind of keep them in a roll, a straight roll and stuff like that. So you can tell what the picture's going to be. Excuse me, guys. But it's not pretty until you get the beads on it. And then when you get the beads on it, it's real pretty. And so I love doing that. I used to read, and this is what I was coming on today for. I used to read a lot. And the gender of book, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry, my mind went blank. What was I saying? I used to read a whole lot. I used to love to read. Every waking moment that I didn't have to be doing something, I was reading. I used to love it. And the only type of books that I read is like the Christian romance, or like the Amish books, or Christian-based books, not a devotional, which I do devotionals too, but I'm talking about the reading I did for just entertainment and enjoyment is, an actual fiction story, Christian romance, or like the Amish, that type of book. And that's all I have ever, that's all I read. That's all I want to read. I like clean books, so I like to get them in that genre, to make sure there's no bad words in it, or no, bad scenes or anything like that. I like good, clean Christian books. So that's what I read. But I also got out of reading. And reading is one thing that I have wished I hadn't got out of it. Now, when I say got out of it, what I mean is I lost interest. But because I enjoyed it so much when I was doing it, I think, why can't I enjoy it now like I used to? I would love to be able to get back into reading and enjoy it, and it not be like it's a chore that I've got to read this. I want to be able to enjoy reading again. And because it was very enjoyable back when I was reading and wanted to read. I guess what I come on for was to kind of ask you, what do you do when you get out of the mood of reading? Now, my mood has not just been like, you know, a week or two that I've just hadn't been in the mood to read, and then I pick up my book and go on with it. It's been several years that I haven't read. And I have tried several times within that several years that I haven't read. I've tried several times to start back reading a book, and I would read a page or two and put it down. What I have gotten into that I love to do now is watch videos. Now, when I say watch videos, I don't watch movies or anything like that. I watch vloggers. I have several vloggers that I have been watching for years. Several years. 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. Whenever it was, I guess I started watching vloggers in 2018. No. 2012 is when I started watching vloggers. 2018 is when I started my doll hobby. But I started watching vloggers back in 2018. I said it again, 2012. And that's how long. Some of them I've been watching almost that whole time. You know, it may have took me a little while to find them, so, you know, I'm going to say at least 2013 since 2013 that some of them I've been watching ever since then. And, you know, I don't have time to pick up a book and read it. So, you know, because every free minute that I'm not doing things that has to be done in the house or going to church, you know, whatever I'm doing that has to be done, you know, things you want to do, spending time with your husband, your wife, your family, you know, whatever. I don't know. I spend my time watching the vloggers, and there's just something about it, and I want to so bad to get back into reading. And so my niece, about a week ago, sent a text about a series of books that she found. I think she found hers on Amazon, which would be Kindle related. That's where you get your Kindle copies. And she told us about we have a family text group, and she put it on the group about the ask us had we ever read a certain book, and so we said no, and she told us where we could get it. I think she even gave us the link to it, if I'm not mistaken. And I went into my Kindle app, and you can't purchase books through your Kindle app anymore. And so I tried to figure out how I can purchase the book going into Amazon, but I can't figure out how to read it from there. You know, and I couldn't find it on my, I just couldn't find it. I couldn't figure it out. I may have changed I may be using a different Amazon account than what I did when I first got my Kindle, because it's been years ago that my husband bought me an actual Kindle, and I used it till it tore up, and I found out you could just get the app on your phone or the computer and read your books through there, and so I was doing it that way until I stopped reading. And so I may have had a whole different Amazon account back when I had my Kindle. I don't know, because I purchased a book through Amazon, but then I couldn't find it on my Kindle, and I couldn't read it just from Amazon, and I couldn't figure it out. So apparently I'm using a different Amazon account than I had when I got my Kindle. Saying all that to say, I used a different digital book app, and I found an Amish series that was the exact same name that my niece gave us. Come to find out, it was a whole different author. It was the same name, but it was a whole different author. And that was funny. Uh, it being, I guess they didn't have the one she was telling us about on this other app. Actually, it's Google Books or whatever it's called on your Android um, phone and Windows computer. Um, I didn't find the one that she was talking about, but I found one that said the exact same name, and I thought I had the one she was talking about until later we got to talking about it, and she was telling me, "Oh, I'm sorry, the book Amish Cinderella is book 5. It's not book 1. I'm sorry." Well, mine said book 1, so I sent her a picture of the one I got, and she said, and I asked her, I said, "So what's the author's name?" And so she told me the author of the series she was reading, and it was a total different author. I can't even remember now. But that was funny. But I did, this particular book was a free book. You know, some of them you can get free and some of them you can't. So this one, the first book in the series, was free. The next one's going to be 99 cents, and then the third one will be, I think it's like $2.99 to get it. Anyway, it's called, the series is Amish Fairy Tales by Rachel Stoltzfus. I know I'm butchering that name. Stoltzfus. And the book number 1 is Amish Cinderella. I read 2 or 3 pages, if I got 3 pages read. And I read digital. And I think I might have got 3 pages read. I don't know if I got that many. And I haven't read anymore. I haven't had a desire to pick it up and read anymore. I wanted to get back into reading and use Tea Tuesday to update you how it's going with my reading. So I'm here to tell you on Tea Tuesday that this is what I want to do, is to get back to reading. I'm going to try again but this week before next Tuesday and see how it goes, and I'll do my best. If I don't forget, I'm going to try not to, I'm going to go write it down on my planner so I won't forget. And I'll come back on next Tuesday and tell you how it went. But I would love for you, I'm going around the world telling you all this, I would love for you to leave in the comments and tell me how you get your mojo back for reading. How do you get that? And it's been years, guys. It's been at least 3 years since I've really got into reading. And I have tried to make myself in that, several times. And that 3 years, I have tried and tried to make myself get back into reading. What do you do? I loved reading when I was reading, but it's like, boom, the desire left. And it hasn't come back. And I don't know, I want to get it started back, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And it hasn't just popped in my desire to do it. I don't know what else to say or how to put it. But if you ever get in that way, get in a slump from reading, what do you do to get back into it? Tell me what I can do to get that desire back to want to read. I don't know what to do, guys. But anyway, this is my Tea Tuesday. Although I'm not drinking tea. I thought I had peach tea in here when I started, and I didn't. But I figured I better drink some water. I've had a Dr. Pepper. I've had coffee. And I had a can of, like the bubbly, what do I have? LaCroix. Lemon water out of the can, which is carbonated. Then I drank, because I drink all day long. Then I drank the peach tea. And so I decided, well, I better just get some plain old water and put some lemon in it. And just have water, not carbonated water. So, or not a sweet drink like peach tea or Dr. Pepper. So, that's what I'm drinking now. But anyway, guys, yeah, I would love for you to leave a comment if you ever have faced this situation and you got back to reading. Tell me what you did. Tell me what I need to do to get that desire back to read. And like I said, I'm going to try again this week. And 2 Tuesdays may be all it is on the reading part, but I'm going to try. And I'll come back. Either way it happens, I'll come back next Tuesday and let you know if I managed to read any, or if I just couldn't get myself to read, or I'll let you know the results one way or the other. And like I said, it may be the last reading episode, but I want to try. I'm shaking the table. I was leaning on the table, sorry, and shaking the table. But I want to get back to reading, and I don't know how to get it going. So, leave your comments below. I'm going to go for now. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk with you later. Bye!